fuck was that?
Welcome to What the Fuck Did I Dream Last Night? I'm Jaynee.
And I'm Jess. Hi, guys.
Hello. I struggled, guys. I didn't know how to introduce the show. I thought I was doing better. Oh, this is episode 33.
It is. I've been waiting for you to say something.
It's my favorite number.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
wish. So when I was like looking at my notes and I have like episode 33 and then I like looked at the dream that I was doing and I was like, I wish it was a better dream. It's not a bad dream, but it's not, I don't know. I felt like I wanted something spectacular for 33. Like my,
like movie dream? Like a movie dream?
yeah, like the one, I can't remember anything about my dreams all of a sudden. So this was a really good conversation. Wow.
Welcome to our dream podcast where we cannot remember our dreams.
I know.
Although I've been struggling to remember. I've been so tired lately that I like cannot physically like bring myself to like jot stuff down in the middle of the night. And I had finally had to like pull myself out of it because I know I've had like so many good dreams and I'm like telling them in my head when I wake up as if I'm telling you to like make it stick and remember, and I don't.
No, I do that too. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night and if I don't type them down right away on my phone.
It's
like
amazing.
Last night my phone died and like it was just I picked it up, I went to pee and I had something to write down. I go, well, that sucks. Like I was just like,
I had a drawing from mine last night. I drew on my phone like a little notepad.
Oh, I do that too, and I have some dreams like that in my phone where I've done that because I'm too lazy to type, and then I'm like, what? I look like I was drunk writing.
Yeah, mine was like I had a distinct memory as like a game board, so I like wanted to make sure I didn't forget it. But I'm not talking about that one today, so it wasn't as cool as I thought it was. I'll talk about it eventually, I'm sure. But.
Listen, so I recently, this isn't really what I'm talking about either today, but I've been having these dreams. Like I feel like I've had like where I've been paying more attention to it, like food in my dreams, like things that I've been like eating in my dreams. Oh, like I'm not so much eating, but like this
I don't
one.
know if I eat in my dreams, really.
So I don't think I eat in my dreams, but there's just food in my dreams a lot. Like the one
you were
time,
pregnant. That's fair.
The one time we were talking about it, like I went out to eat, to like a salad place or something. There was to-go containers because you had a to-go container too in that episode.
I say this stuff, but I think I do dream about it. It just doesn't stick with me.
Yeah. So I've had dreams like this one, and I think it'll be a snippet episode. It won't be because I don't really remember it. But
I have a snippet. My game board dream is a snippet too.
But it was like I was making Molly like eggs with like turkey and onions like mixed in it, and I have it like it was such a weird thing. And then I had this other one recently where I was shopping at a grocery store and there was like these mashed potatoes in like a pilgrim hat, and they also had them in like a Irish hat like for St. Patrick's Day. And like it was like a display like, oh, look at these mashed potatoes like in this hat. And like next to it there was deep fried shrimp in like a frozen bag that you could buy.
Now and then
there was I didn't even mean to get into this, but now I'm just gonna finish going off into this.
This is a snippet dream with other dreams. You guys are getting the whole shebang today.
So there was the shrimp next to that one, and then next to the shrimp was deep fried crab, but it was like the imitation crab, like it said like imitation crab. So
homie, don't play that.
And then next to that one, wait for it, it was cross-contamination one, and it was this is what it was called, cross-contamination. And it was like when the crab
I think I really like this more than your real dream.
You don't even know what my real dream is. My real dream
is you wish you had a better one. This sounds pretty good.
And then it was cross-contamination, so it was like diced up imitation crab and shrimp that like got mixed together by accident, and then they deep fried it. So
they just threw everything in a fucking fryer. Like,
so I've had this idea since I started making like TikToks that these things that I'm making, I want to cook them and try them. So I want to deep fry like imitation crab and try it and like
Terrible.
do the.
I hate imitation crab makes me so sick.
It doesn't make me sick. But I just had a couple. I just randomly have been thinking like, and now that I thought about it, I've been dreaming about weird food. Like I don't know why. And I
Was
remember
that always the case, or was it before you were pregnant?
I don't think it has anything to do with me being pregnant. I just feel
No,
like I'm just paying more attention to
right.
different parts of my dreams now.
Well, that's what I
Like
need now. I need to pay attention
baked
to food
beans.
more.
I should pay attention to my baked beans recipe. Maybe I'll like baked beans. Why did
Huh.
you don't remember the baked beans?
No, I do. I was
Well,
deep in thought about
you were
another
very
one.
deep in thought.
I just remembered another dream, and I was trying to think if there was food because it was like an apocalyptic survival situation. So I would think, I would probably be looking for food, but I didn't.
Yeah, so I'm gonna really start paying attention to um my food and how I make them, and I'm totally gonna start making them and record it
I love
and
this.
try
I
it.
love this. I'm gonna do it too. Maybe I'll
Uh,
start dreaming more about food.
I like now I'm like
I'm gonna start watching the
disappointed
food channel.
if I won't like have any more about them. Like weird, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It might only have just some cross contamination, shrimp and
Yeah,
crab.
lucid dream. Now I'm gonna learn commit to lucid dreaming for
But
this sole purpose.
now that I'm talking about that dream, the one thing that was funny though, in that grocery store, like it had like the pilgrim hats of mashed potatoes and the like Irish hats of mashed potatoes, and it was like it had like every holiday, and I like literally stopped at the grocery store and had to like think of what month it was. And I was like, it's May. I was like, I don't need Irish potatoes. Like, I
So
don't need.
now that you bring this up, this happens to me a lot in my life, not dreaming about pilgrim hats with mashed potatoes. That was a misleading statement. I know
It's
it's
like, oh,
awesome.
okay.
I constantly have to remind myself what month it is
Oh, all the time.
because I don't have anything like in my year that like distinguishes the year for me. When you're in school, like summer's the hard reset. So like
Yeah.
fall, winter, spring, summer break. Keep going. But I just, as adults, you really don't.
So I feel like that's sad. And I just read something somewhere. I don't know if I was
I
on
know.
Twitter
Yeah, I don't
or if I
know.
was on TikTok or somewhere. I was somewhere where I read something from somebody. And it was
Hmm.
saying that somebody's grandma told them to always have something to look forward to. So
That's great
that was my
advice.
new thing. And
Yeah.
I used to see this I wanted to make this. It's like saved on my Pinterest board from like 7 years ago or whatever. But it was like it like number blocks for like countdown to and then like another block where it was just like chalk so you can like always change what you're counting down to.
Yeah. I like that.
And then I just feel like you're not trying to like wish away the days or something, but it just gives you something like, look, we're getting closer.
I like when people pick a solid vacation week every year. Like, I think that could be like a distinguishing thing. Like a lot of people are like, that's the week I take vacation, like that's like what they do.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's too person for me. Or not too
Too
person.
too planny.
Too person? What the hell did that even mean?
Well, I think at our age too, there's always things of like, it's not like I have an abundance of vacation time per se. So like there's usually something like there's a wedding, there's a this, there's a
I like
that,
to
or
do
like,
different things.
yeah,
Like just because I want to go to the beach this summer and during there doesn't mean I want to do that next year.
right. Yeah,
I
that's
like to
I
switch it up.
agree. I agree with you. I think we're in the phase of our life where we're trying to figure out like what our that thing might be. So like when you have kids and say you had that like really good vacation or something, it's like, oh, I want to do this next year, and then like that's your thing for a little bit. But
I feel like that'll come into play when your kids are like doing sports and shit and like this
right,
is
I
the
think
only
that's
week
when
we
that
can
happens.
go. Like
Right, and like school, like okay, like we
yeah.
always went, like I think it was August. It was like my parents' anniversary week. We always went to the beach. It was right before we went back to school. Like that was our thing.
Hmm.
And, like softball, I think baseball were over. Like,
Yes, and there was only like that 2 week period like before like
and now I'm
conditioning
like,
started for the next one.
maybe we should go hiking, or maybe we should go here. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should just do a staycation. You know what? Maybe we just shouldn't take vacation because you never know what's gonna happen. That's where I'm
I
at.
think a staycation, I would love to take one of those and
Yeah.
do a lot of things like in Pittsburgh that I haven't done before.
Yeah. I
Um,
think about that all the time. We've never done a staycation, and I live where a lot of people vacation.
I don't have vacation time, so I'll never
Yeah.
take vacation if I'm not going somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, man, I don't even know how we got here. Oh, speaking of vacations, we totally did not go on our dirty 30 because of the damn
Yeah.
gas shortage.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can tell it's been like a hectic, busy couple weeks. So that was like a little catch up time for us too. But it's funny how these things always affect your dreams. So, like maybe now we'll dream about vacations and figure out our next vacation. But we did not go on our dirty 30. I don't know if we jinxed it. I don't know, but that mother effing gas shortage, guys. If you don't know what this was, bless your heart. If you do, what the hell? We picked to go to Asheville, North Carolina.
Where like it all was like the worst at in that state was like
And
the
I live
worst.
about 5 hours, probably southeast of there.
Hmm.
So pretty much I could like I'd give a report if the news was like blowing things out of proportion. They weren't. In fact, they were underreporting it. They weren't. So basically,
Well, as soon
there was
as
an
North
attack on the gas
Carolina,
pipeline, like a cyber attack for people who don't know what happened. Really fluky thing that probably affected gas supply in a realistic sense for a course of 5 days, give or take. There's still gas stations here that don't have gas.
yeah,
Um, but it was literally in like probably affected the supply of about 4 states within a solid 5 to 7 day radius. And we chose to go to one of the states
hmm.
in areas that was mainly affected within those 5 days.
And they were as soon as they said that there was a state of emergency in North Carolina, I was like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm not going pregnant and not
No.
stranded and not
I was
coming
like, I
back.
can't
I was
have
like,
my
I
friend who's
can't even.
pregnant. No, no, I can't. I
I'm
can't have
like,
my friend who's pregnant get stranded. I'm gonna be fighting people for gas. It's not gonna be okay.
I can't even drink wine to get through it. I would not have been relaxed at all the weekend. Not at all. Yep.
No. I mean, there's like police officers sitting at gas stations, so
Yeah.
anyways, so Jaynee was previously planning her filthy 40 because she couldn't get down and dirty on her dirty 30. So now we're hoping to reschedule
That
dirty
might go to
30
get down and dirty.
for the fall when Jaynee can maybe get down and dirty. So stay tuned.
We'll see what happens.
Hopefully the world doesn't end again or some bullshit.
God bless.
Yes.
Um, on that note, though, before we go into my real dream that I had planned to share for you guys, don't forget that we still have our giveaway going on until the end of the month of this month, May of 2021. Um, you can review us on Apple Podcasts and screenshot it and send us the email to WTF Did I Dream Last Night at gmail.com to be entered. If you're a Patreon, you're entered. And then you can just email us a dream at WTF Did I Dream Last Night at gmail.com. And those are 3 easy ways to enter.
Yeah, send us
Um,
some dreams. I
yeah,
love the dream mail.
me too.
I mean, all the other
Um,
stuff's good, but I
the
like
others,
dreams.
all those
Readings are
other
good,
things.
but dreams are my preference.
She likes them, and then I have to email them to her because she can't remember, because neither one of us can remember our email password.
Oh yeah.
So I have it saved on my phone. I go, I don't know what it is. I'll just have to forward you them.
No, I currently have about like 15,000 unread emails. You don't want to give me another email account.
I somehow accidentally used that email I'm getting Walmart ones on, so I don't know how the fuck that
Oh
happened.
great. Oh God, Walmart of all.
Okay, I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know. I think I might have done it when I was having a TV problem, and it was just stupid. It doesn't even matter. I'm not even getting into that because now I'm going to get angry if I just thought about when I think I did
So what you got for us?
it. So let's jump into this. All right. So we're going to set the scene here. I'm at my old house on Linmore. I'm in the
Naturally.
basement. Um, I was going to go to sleep on the couch downstairs, and I get vibes that it's after a night of like drinking with friends or whatnot, because that's the only time that I really slept in the basement.
Mhm.
So I go to lay down, and on the blanket, like the inside of the blanket that's like into the couch, and um on the couch where like the back and the cushion meets, like where you sit like your butt far back on, it was like all
Mhm.
wet. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Oh God.
and it was soaked with hot dog juice.
So
So
hot dog juice grosses me out so bad. Oh my
I
God.
don't know how I know that it was hot dog juice, but that's what it. That's like how did I don't know where that came from, but it was hot dog juice.
Were you grilling lately? I've been doing a lot of grilling.
I no hot dog juice though. Like we're talking about this couch was like soaked, so like I don't know if it was like
Oh God, I'm gonna throw up.
hot dog. Well, I don't know if it was like juice from a hot dog or like I also thought of like the hot dog water after you boil hot dogs. Like, is that what was soaked on there? Like hot dog
That
water?
reminded me of an episode of The Office
Yes, where
where
she's been I've been reusing the hot dog water.
Erin reuses the hot dog water. She's a cook for an old lady, and
Hmm.
she's like, "Yeah, good job with the hot dogs this time, Erin." She's like, "Thanks. I've been reusing the hot dog water, so it gets better and better." Gross. I'm
So
okay with that. It's like the juice in the bottom of the bag. Like, what is that?
it's like hot dog water.
But why is this hot dog juicing in the bag in the fridge?
Well,
Like,
that's
why
like
is it?
all meat juices.
I get it, but
Anyways, why the fuck is it on my couch? So
exactly the better question.
apparently I just slept there. So like that's why I feel like it was like a night of drinking where you're just like, fuck it, like I'm going to sleep here, I'll deal with this in the morning.
Yeah.
So the next morning I go to Trevor and I'm like, look, we gotta clean my downstairs before my dad comes home, which is another reason why I totally 100% feel like it was a night of
Yes.
partying downstairs.
Yes.
So the blanket that was on the couch that like I apparently still slept with and everything was infested with large horseflies. Like just covered in it. I didn't realize that this was such a gross dream. My name just keeps like gagging.
Does anybody else just want us to cut this part out and just go with the first dream she said? 'Cause
Oh.
please don't try to cook any of this or whatever.
I know. I thought about it. I'm like, man, I brought up how I wanted to do all that, and then I start talking about hot dog juice. I'm not doing anything with hot dog
Thank
juice.
God I had hot dogs last night for dinner. I had a hot dog. Like, we grown out. Thank God we're not doing that tonight, or it would not go well.
I have no
All
clue what
right,
we're
so you
doing with
got
dinner,
horse
but
flies and hot dog juice.
yeah, so I got all these horse flies like infested on my hot dog juiced blanket. Juiced.
Oh
I
God.
just made it grosser. I lost my spot.
My moist
Moist, juicy hot
horse
dog.
fly. I'm done. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. So I'm looking at
Trigger
this.
warning. Moist.
So I'm looking at this blanket, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, what am I gonna do? Like, how do I clean this up?" Because I was like, I can't just like throw it in the washer. Like, won't the flies like clog the washer? And then I have like flies in my washer, and I got to clean that out. I don't know. My dad was always real weird about the washer
That's a
growing
good
up.
point.
I always did the washer wrong. Like I overfilled it. Like he always told me I was gonna break a washer, and he was right. I broke my washer like a couple years ago in this house. But now I yell at my husband. Like my father yelled at me. I yell at my husband not to do what I
Yell
did.
at me.
Um. So Trevor's just like all calm, and he's like, "So where are they?" Like he was gonna like come and like check it out and see what to do and take care of it all calmly. And I'm not calm because I just slept in hot dog juice. Um. Wait till I tell you why I dreamt this. Like I know what the hot dog juice was.
Oh God.
This sounds so gross. Okay. So I I took him downstairs. I showed him it and everything. He was gonna like clean it up or whatever. I don't recall like how we got it cleaned up or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So like next, like I just kind of skipped and I went to clean the bathroom in the basement. And
Mm-hmm.
so this bathroom, it's a small bathroom, has like a shower in it, your toilet, your sink, like that's it. But it was this ugly like green color and like it truly was this color in real life as it was in my dream.
Nah.
Um, so, but under the mirror in my dream, there was like this little stove, and it had two little burners on it, like in the bathroom, and it had like a coffee or teapot sitting on it, like so you could make like instant like coffee or tea like right there in the bathroom.
Convenient.
And so I was told my mom this dream, and I was like, man, if Dad had that little burner down there, I was like, he would never come upstairs. He had his bathroom there. He showered. I was like, he would never have to come up the steps because in the
Yeah.
garage, like, we had a little like the pop fridge,
Little
beer fridge there.
coffee.
No,
Yep.
I was like, we would never see him. I was like, at least you saw him when he came up to get his coffee in the morning. So that was in there, and then so like next, my sister's there. Um, And then Trevor comes out of nowhere and is like, look, I found this house I think that we should buy. It's in Greenridge, which was a neighborhood near my neighborhood where I grew up. And he had the pages like all printed out, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, it's like a very pretty house, like, and it could totally be our forever home, like something that we would actually like in real life. It had like
Mhm.
beautiful woodwork, a decent backyard that was flat and fenced in, and it was 200,000,
Mhm.
which seemed like very reasonable for this house. And I was like, I just don't think it's a good time to buy though. Like, are we really ready? My sister's like, Jaynee, you have to buy this. Like, you cannot pass up this opportunity. And I'm like, well, okay, like, I guess we'll give it a shot and see what happens. So next, I'm sitting like next to my sister in the basement. I'm like, how does the basement look? Because I'm still worried about it being cleaned up. And she's like, it's good. It just kind of smells like smoke, like cigarette smoke.
Mhm.
End of the dream.
Nah. Wait,
Really
so we don't know if you
stupid.
bought the house?
I don't know if I bought the house.
Ugh. I want to
Um,
see the house.
it was really like, it was a cool house. It had a lot of like, it had wood paneling in it, which my house currently does, and we paint all over. Like, I don't really want this wood paneling, but it
Right.
was like richy looking wood paneling and woodwork where like you wouldn't want to
Mhm.
get rid of it, and like the certain like in the living room and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, which I think like that just got brought up because like the house market sucks right now. It's
Yeah.
not a buyer's market, so
Mm-mm.
and I'm always talking about moving. So of course I feel like I dreamt about that.
Yeah.
Um do, 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 do. Okay, so the hot dog juice, and this will be the last time I think I'm going to talk about hot dog juice.
Mm.
I think.
I appreciate that.
Um, like the day or two before I dreamt this, my dog Prancer peed on my couch. Like, and she peed like on the inside where the hot dog juice was in my dream.
Oh no.
So I think that's what like the in my dream it was Prancer pee was the hot dog juice, but I don't know why it was hot dog juice.
Yeah, I can see that, but why hot dog
I
juice?
don't know. I have no clue where the hot dog juice came from. I don't think I looked anything up about.
I can't eat hot dogs anymore. Thank you,
You
though.
can eat hot dogs, just don't eat the juice. I'm gonna make you do like a shot of hot dog juice or
I
something.
literally want to throw up right now all over my keyboard just thinking about this. So
I
gross.
wonder if like people drink like. Wonder if there's like recipes that call for hot dog juice. I'm gonna look shit up now. Okay, now I might be doing something with hot dog
You
juice.
might be. That's fair.
We'll see.
Do you have any great insight from this dream?
Hayne hates
I
hot dog juice.
I think this is just a fun dream.
Yeah, it
Like,
was just really random. I did look up some symbols though. So flies, they can represent an ongoing annoyance in your day to day life, which Prancer peeing is an excellent example of that because she won't
yes.
do it like she'll go like months without doing it and then do it like twice a week.
That's what I was gonna say. It's been a long time.
It has. And then she peed on my couch like right before I had this dream, and then this weekend when we were supposed to go on our dirty 30, Trevor took Molly up camping and I stayed home. As soon as they came home on Sunday, Prancer went into the bedroom and peed on our bed. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh
Like,
my
where did that
god.
come from? So, um, yeah, which I figured flies would be like something like that. A swarm of flies means that there's a major problems going on in your life that you might need to fix, or it's going to bring you down and the others around you. I was excited because I haven't had any like this is a weird thing to be excited about, but I haven't had any like negative symbols lately. I feel like everything has been very positive. I've been finding about my dreams.
It's good.
So then I looked at teapot as well, which is something is going to happen that's going to make you angry. It's going to be like just a random event. So I'm like, is it more Prancer pee? Because that pisses me off. I think this whole dream is just about Prancer peeing. Um, and also, seeing a teapot is a sign to not spill all of your emotions right now to your friends.
Oh, I like that
Hmm.
interpretation.
Don't spill the tea.
I like that
Nah.
interpretation.
I was on femalefirst.uk, dreamstop.com, and dreamsmean.net for those.
All right.
Yeah, but besides that, I literally think this dream was all about Prancer peeing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Uh, I'm not even gonna say the words again though.
Hot dog juice.
Yeah.
Would you rather clean up dog
Um.
pee or hot dog juice?
Ugh. Hot dog juice. Yeah.
See? I don't know.
Did you have a title for that dream?
No, but I'm gonna name it hot dog juice now. I'm gonna name this episode hot
Yeah.
dog juice. No, I didn't title this
HDJ.
one. No, because I like
HDJ.
titled my notes episode 33. Everything's episode 33 because I was
Oh.
really excited about the number.
Well, my episode is called the
Your
scooter.
episode is called?
I mean, yes, I have a whole episode for you. My dream is titled The Scooter Accident.
Oh man.
So
Did you slip on hot dog juice?
I
Sorry.
chugged a bottle of hot dog juice the end. So my dream starts out where it is snowing again, and Camden, my husband, and my mom are in his truck, and I'm in my car with my skateboard in my car.
Oh.
And we're gonna go test the roads out to see like how bad it is because we're anticipating, I think, needing to leave in the morning or something. So I drove ahead of Camden in my car, and we're exiting this neighborhood going downhill, and it was set up like Renaissance, actually like down Tara's Hill in her neighborhood, which is a neighborhood we grew up in, or we grew up near. So
They gave out full size candy bars on Halloween.
yeah, we call it the fancy neighborhood. Tara's trying to be like, shut up, guys. But so the we were driving like down the neighborhood road. We exited the neighborhood and made a right, and then we like made another right to go back up into the neighborhood to like check the roads. And at this point, like Cam was tailing a good bit behind me. I don't know why I had to go first, but
I feel
he
like
has
you
a
guys should
truck.
have taken two cars.
Yeah, I think we were testing it out to see maybe like whose
Which car's gonna
car would
go
have been
better?
better fit or like I don't know. So, but at this point, I ditch my car and I start riding my skateboard around the neighborhood to
In the
see.
snow.
I guys, I don't skateboard. Yeah, I'm riding my skateboard around in the snow to see how that would fare. I guess I don't know what I did with my car. I guess parked it or lost it. I don't know. So I'm passing a neighbor.
You lose your car a lot in dreams.
Yeah, I do. I didn't notice that. See, look, sometimes it just takes. That's funny you pick up on that because, like, to me, that's just like a casual. Apparently, I don't care much about my car because I haven't even picked up on that, and I do lose my car a lot.
Just not don't have your
Um,
car.
my poor car. I like my car. Um, so, well, that makes sense though, because my husband definitely cares more about the maintenance and whatnot and upkeep of my car, which he just had to order a bunch of stuff for, which is probably why I'm dreaming about this. So.
Hmm.
So I lost my car. So I'm riding my skateboard around, which in a perfect world, I would just ride a skateboard around and not drive a car. So this makes sense. Um, so I am going past a neighbor's house, and there's about 5 or 6 young children like running around outside, and there's a little girl who like closest to me, and they're running around outside like on the front porch, and it's like this big beautiful home, and the porch is made up of like paver stones. It's like stone,
Hmm.
or like concrete, and there's like almost like a cliff that will like dip down. So she's like playing on her scooter, like riding it up and down, and then she like goes over the little cliff, which is probably like a
Is it still
four.
snowing?
It's not like the snow just stopped because you know 5 or 6 children are just outside
I like that I
running
just raised
around,
my hand and I should
and
have
there's no
pressed it.
parents around. I just and it's really early in the morning. I remember that it's like they should be getting ready to go to school or something.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I remember looking, going past, like, this is weird. And I see this little girl fall over the cliff. It's not a cliff. I fall off the porch, I guess. But to me, it's like a significant drop. It's like a 4 to 6 foot drop, maybe, off her scooter. And she's maybe a 5 to 6 year old girl. And I'm just like, oh my God,
I mean,
like,
that's a big fall
look,
for anybody, I would think.
yeah, right? And I'm like, oh my God, like, I get panicked. So I look around and there's no parents.
Hmm.
So at this point, I'm like, I'm a PA, like I'm in medicine and I'm an adult and this just happened. Like I'm like riding around on a skateboard apparently, but I was like, I need to go help her, make sure she's okay. But I was extremely apprehensive because I was worried that her parents might think like I'm the one that pushed her or I might try to be abducting her. I mean, like significant fear of this in my dream to the point where I almost didn't go help her. But I did. I was like, "Hi, honey. Like, are you okay? Like, why don't you here? Why don't you just let's go get your parents? Where your parents at?" And I like grabbed her hand to like walk her up to the porch.
Yeah.
And then our parents came out, and they were like really grateful, but really sketched out. Kind of. And mom was like very um again apprehensive and was kind of like, well, why, what were you doing here, and why were you here? Like they weren't grateful at all that I tried to help their children, help their child.
I just lost my car and I'm just skateboarding around the town.
Yeah, like
That's all.
I thought I was irresponsible. So anyways, so in the dream there was like an older grandmother living with them, and there was like an older child who appeared to be like a teenager, or maybe in her 20s. And the parents themselves look to be pretty young, like in their 30s or 40s.
Hmm.
And the rest of the children were like, there's like two young, like blonde hair, blue eyed boys, like probably like 8 years old, 10 years old. There was like a little Caucasian girl running around. And then I think the person that fell off of the scooter, I think she was like my cousin when she was little, who's half, her dad's from Mexico, so half Mexican. And the older sibling who was in her teens or 20s looked just like her, but like it could be her twin.
Yeah.
So, um, so they were like running around and they just like went off to play. But grandma was kind of like trying to ease the tension between me and the parents. It was like laughing about like how I was so worried that they were going to be upset, like, oh, blah, blah. And the aunt was there too. And the aunt was like kind of laughing at like how they were responding. And I ended up where I ended up becoming like good family friends with them, but the parents never liked me. They were always very, like judgmental towards me. But I became really good friends with the aunt. So I don't remember ever like I had a hard time finding my shoes. I don't remember ever leaving the house. But I eventually went back at another point, was just hanging out with the aunt in their basement. And the aunt must have been babysitting. So we were like laughing and hanging out, and they were like kind of joking, like, yeah, but when mom and dad get here, like you need to go home. And grandma's still like laughing about it too. And then the
Grandma
kids
sounds
made,
fun. I want
I
to hang out
know,
with
like,
Grandma.
right? So, and then the kids were joking because they're like, oh, like the little boys were like, I don't know if they were twins. They just remind us little like 8 to 12 to 10, 12-year-old boy range where they're like little kind of little assholes, but they're also like
Yeah.
funny and still like cute, like innocent kids. So they were like, can we play with this toy, or are you gonna rat us out to our parents like last time? Because because I guess me trying to help her was me ratting them out. And then like the aunt was laughing, like grandma's laughing, we're all having like a good hearty belly laugh. But then mom and dad came home and I had to leave. Um, so then I was over their house another time, and at
Mom
this
and
point,
dad seem shady. What are
I
they
know they
doing?
right like what are mom and dad hiding? So at another point, I was back at their house and I was laying on the couch. So I guess we're like real chummy now, like feet up, just like how you would lay like on your couch at home. And I didn't know anybody was around me. I think I was taking a nap or something, and I farted in my dream, which I don't know if I've ever farted in a dream, but
I
I
don't know if I
farted.
have.
I don't know either, and I farted in my dream, and it's also really weird. I just had a case of deja vu.
That's weird.
Very weird. And
So
I
maybe you have farted in your dream.
maybe I have. So I turned around to look like if anybody heard and like just tried to play it off. Well, sure enough, mom and dad and the older sibling are like kneeled down on the floor, kind of in the room next to the living room, rearranging greeting cards in like the display case that you would see at
Oh,
a grocery store. We're in their house, and so I like slowly get up and kind of walk towards them, and then the dad was like, "Did you just hear somebody fart? Did you just hear that? Do you know who that was?" Like chuckling because like they knew it was me, like how you would do to like joke around with a friend.
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, just blame the pregnant person." And so I was the pregnant person in my dream, but I wasn't showing. And like my brain in my dream was like, are you actually pregnant or are you just saying that to like blame your fart on being pregnant? Because like in my mind, you can't blame pregnant people for anything. So Jaynee, you do what you need.
Heard that.
So I was like, yeah, sure, just blame the pregnant person, and like we like laughed about it, and then I was like, okay, I'm so embarrassed now, like I need to leave. I'm gonna go home. So I kept trying to look for my shoes, and I couldn't find my shoes anywhere. And they're my black Sanooks that I always wear. And then if I found my shoes, I couldn't find my purse. And then finally I got my shoes, and then I woke up.
So you were napping at their house. I don't know why I pictured you napping like at home. So
Nope,
did
I
you
was I
become?
was napping at their house. I
Yeah.
guess I became like good. Like I had the feeling like I was like good family friends with them, like real chummy. And then by the end, it seems like I was like decently
Seem,
cool with the parents
yeah,
because
I
I
was
just
gonna say
like
it seems
farted
at
in
least
front
you
of
and
them.
the dad like
Yeah, and
had a
like the
little
mom was
joke.
right next to him, and like the older sibling was there. Like they're all putting the greeting cards in the display case and like laughing. Like it was like their family business was displaying greeting cards in like a little shop, and that was it. Um, so I I don't know where most of this dream came from.
Uh,
I just liked a picture on Facebook about my little cousin. And we talked about before how I get in my dreams. Sometimes I feel like really protected of people. It seems to be like, like of slightly of different ethnicity or whatever. But so that initially I thought of that, but then I was like, I think this was just like my little cousin who obviously I'm gonna be protective of. But it didn't look just like her. So I don't know. Um, and then I looked up farting in a dream because, like I said, this is very funny to me, which surprisingly it represents, like embarrassing issues or, feeling embarrassed around people.
huh.
Um, and that was kind of a general consensus through most sources, but that was through metroeve.com. But um, so I don't know. And then I, linked it to pregnancy, so I don't know if that like is any apprehension or embarrassment about pregnancy in my subconscious because I'm not pregnant. Um, I don't think pregnancy is an embarrassing thing. Like I don't.
I feel like the pregnancy thing is just a very I want like just for our age to be a very normal thing to be dreaming about.
Yeah,
Like for
I
you,
dream
like
about it. I dream about it quite a lot.
yeah. I just think it's that age and there's so many different worries and concerns that come with pregnancy. So like,
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It was just a funny dream to me. I don't really have any great. I dreamt about snow, which I talked about a few episodes before. Um,
wait, was this like
and
a recent dream?
mhm.
So,
This was a few nights ago.
like, have you ever thought about like in your dream, like you're like, oh shit, like, am I pregnant? Like, have you ever like gone and like taken a pregnancy test after that?
I used to a lot. Now I dream about pregnancy a lot, but I talk about it a fair amount because I'm just at that age where people
Yeah.
ask me, and it's just the way it is. So now I don't so much, but when I was younger, I would definitely just go get a pregnancy test. I'm like, oh my God. And like it's like those are the ones that you text your friends the next day. So like one of us would text each other like, I had a dream I was pregnant. Oh my
Uh,
God. And I was like, yep,
gotta
I
go
was a
get that
pregnant chick
test.
farting in my dream last night. Having a
Now
great
it's like
night.
whatever. And if I am, I am.
Yeah, like whatever.
It's all good.
Yeah, so that's my embarrassing, fun, random ass dream. I'm gonna learn to skateboard now.
I had a skateboard growing up, and it had Darth Vader. Dark Vader. What's his name? No,
Really?
it wasn't Dark Vader. It was like the red faced man. Who's the red faced man from Star
Oh,
Wars?
really?
I don't know anything about Star Wars, but I really wanted to skateboard, so my parents bought me one. That was all that Walmart had, and I used to just like sit above it and ride it
Oh,
down the hill.
the days before Amazon.
Uh huh.
I love that. Um, so I had to look this up because you mentioned that I lose my car a lot in my dream, which I did not get to look up beforehand.
Hmm.
So let's see.
Dude, where's my car?
I
You should get that tattooed on you. I don't know why, but I want you
mean,
to now.
honestly, let's see.
But ding. Can't remember if you lost your car in that hair one or if you just like didn't take your
I
car.
lost it. I parked it somewhere and I couldn't remember where to go, where it went. And in another dream, I lost my car and I couldn't remember where it went. And then I asked a police officer to help me go to my car and drive me to my
That's
hair
it.
appointment.
That's it.
I think a car can represent, like cars in general represent a sense of like journey, like purposeful direction and responsibility, so
And when
the
I
fact that I just lose it a lot, like probably like how I kind of interpret it in general is just kind of wanting a sense of like freeing and like a break from obligation and just like more of
yeah,
a carefree life.
I covered cars in the one dream.
Mhm.
It was like one of our first couple episodes, I think.
Mhm.
And a lot of like it said to pay attention, like, are you driving the car? Are you the passenger? Are you in
Exactly.
the back seat? Like,
Right. And that's kind of what we've talked about. We used to interpret dreams. I think how I interpret them beforehand versus now is very different. Because I think to do it accurately, you have to really like focus on a symbol and how did that symbol apply to that dream specifically. So, for example, were you driving the car? Did you lose the car?
mhm.
Did the car run into you?
Yeah,
Um, and is the car helping you or hurting you? Is it a positive, object and purpose in the dream versus negative? Same with the snow. So, like, while the dream started out, like with the snow being an obstacle, it quickly, fell away from the dream. Um, and like water, waves, so that's kind of how I interpret that.
mhm.
In the whole sense of that dream. Same with like my hair dream. It's kind of like a sense of just wanting to abandon kind of obligation or what you see might be necessary.
Yeah, I got you. I can see that.
Yeah, needing a vacation. Damn it! See, it all rolls around.
Yas. Can't
That's
go
it.
on
That's what I
vacation
got.
because there's no gas.
Yeah, that is
Oh.
all.
Well, thank you for sharing that one with us.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget you can follow us on our Instagram and Twitter and TikTok at WTF Did I Dream Last Night. Send us your dreams for our Dream Mail episodes at WTF Did I Dream Last Night at gmail.com. And if you like us, give us a rating on Apple Podcast and join Patreon to support us and get some bonus content from us.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, that's my pitch. And send us dreams. I like reading your dreams.
Yeah, I said that.
They are fun. Yeah. I'm reinforcing. That's my pitch.
Heard
That's
that.
my favorite part. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. And until next time, happy dreaming.
Bye!